sure if you clicked on this video, you want to have a glow up in 2025. So what I'm going to do is run you through 25 habits that will change your life and give you the biggest glow up ever in 2025. I've got a list here of all the habits I'm going to run through, and we're going to start off with self-care. I think self-care plays a massive part in how you perceive yourself and how confident you come across to others. All of these habits I'm going to go through in the self-care list are going to be how to improve your confidence and generally just ways to improve your physical and mental health for the better. So first off, we are starting off strong with drinking 2 liters of water every day. Now, although 2 liters may sound like a lot to some people, it's not that much. Drinking 2 liters of water is going to do you so good. And although it sounds like a tiny amount of water, it's going to improve your skin, your overall mood. Personally, I think it's such a simple step with such massive benefits that you can't pass it off. If you're trying to improve yourself in 2025, starting off with simply just drinking more water will be a crucial thing to your physical and mental well-being and will help you get closer to that glow up that we are all looking for. My second tip is to move your body whenever possible. This doesn't mean you have to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week because nobody's really asking for that. But if you want to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, you can go if it makes you happy and you can stay consistent with it. The key here is consistency. So whether it's going for a 5-minute walk after every meal or whether it's playing in a sports club at school, either way, moving your body every day is going to be such a big step towards achieving mental and physical well-being. I know a lot of people don't like reading, but personally I think reading a few pages every day is such a good way to improve your literacy, and it's also a good wind down before you go to bed. I usually read a few pages before I go to bed and I log it on this app called Bookly. Now, this is not sponsored whatsoever, but if you find a good app that can log all the books that you read, you will feel so accomplished after reading a few pages. It will literally only take a few weeks and you'll already be feeling better and sleeping better, especially if you're reading before bed. Washing your face. Now, this may sound like a really simple one because people all over TikTok and Instagram and just generally all over the internet have these like 15-step skincare routines, and most of the time they don't work. I recommend getting a good cleanser and some sort of moisturizer, because if you have high quality skincare over trending skincare, it's going to improve your skin and overall make you feel a lot more confident and refreshed, especially if you do your skincare in the morning. I suggest doing your skincare in the morning and in the evening so that you can feel clean before you go to bed and refreshed in the morning before you have a long day ahead of you. Now, picking up a creative hobby. This could be playing a musical instrument, painting, drawing, anything that is creative and not so academia based. This is a way to wind down. It's also another form of dopamine. You can find passion in such small things and they will improve your mental health so much. For me, I especially love painting and using oil pastels. It's a way for me to release my emotions onto a piece of paper, and it makes you feel so much cleaner and more organized afterwards. Stretching when you wake up. There are so many benefits for stretching, especially if it's after you wake up. If you are the sort of person to walk around during the day with like an aching back or saying that you're tired all day, stretching is the thing for you. It energizes you in the morning and it loosens any tension in your body so that throughout the day your energy levels will be higher and your mood will be a lot better. Getting at least 7 hours of sleep every night. Like I just talked about with energy levels, this is such an important thing if you want to improve your grades in school or you want to improve your focus in any type of work that you're doing, or just devoting more of your energy towards something you love. There have been so many studies done on people who get a sufficient amount of sleep every night and people who are in sleep debt. Almost always, it turns out that the people that have a sufficient amount of sleep have mood swings less commonly and generally a more positive attitude to anything they are trying to overcome. Next up is setting a screen limit or avoiding your devices before bed. I recently had to do a presentation about screen time and the dopamine you get from being on your devices, and it made me realize how much time I actually wasted on my phone. Avoiding your phone before bed and setting healthy screen time limits will be so great if you're trying to improve your sleep and improve your overall mental health. So if you're watching this late at night, put that phone down and go to sleep, please. Cleaning your photo gallery on your phone. And I know I just talked about limiting your screen time, but this is actually a very therapeutic activity if you're looking to organize yourself, and your phone will feel a lot cleaner in general. Journaling. I think journaling has changed my life so much, especially towards the end of 2024. I started journaling, and it's such a good way to unpack after a long day of tiring experiences and just being around other people, because that can be super tiring. But especially if you are not around other people all the time, it's a good way to catch up with yourself. Donating and selling your old clothes. I think with all of the landfills we are filling up at the moment, it's such a good idea to resell or donate your old clothes instead of throwing them away. If you have clothes that are still in good condition and somebody else will find more use out of them, a lot better to do something productive with those clothes you have lying around that you don't wear anymore. Some of the apps I suggest for selling your old clothes are Depop, Vinted and eBay. There are many other apps out there that do the same thing, but these are the ones that have worked the best for me so far. Celebrating the small things. Now, I feel like we don't, as human beings, do this enough. Celebrating the small things will help you appreciate the bigger things when they come along. For me, I recently celebrated hitting 100 subscribers. Even though it may not sound like a big milestone to many people, it was such an accomplishment for me. Celebrating it made me feel a lot more appreciative of every single subscriber I've got since then. This one, I already know I'm gonna get some feedback on this one. Limiting caffeine. Personally, instead of a coffee in the morning now, I have a green tea, which is a decaf green tea, because it's good for your skin and it's good for your energy levels more than typical coffee is. Although coffee in general may make you feel energetic for a short amount of time, the crash afterwards is definitely not going to be worth it, and your sleep will majorly suffer from all of this caffeine you're consuming. Challenging yourself and stepping outside your comfort zones. This can be for anything, big or small. This has made me feel more confident as an individual and generally improved my outlook on the world and how we go about our day. It's the small things that will make you feel a lot better after you've eventually accomplished them, even though you thought that you couldn't. Learning to be happy alone. What I mean by this is not sitting at home and playing your favorite mobile game all day. Instead, maybe take yourself on a date or buy yourself flowers, because this is such an amazing form of self-care and will help you appreciate who you are as a person and being alone in general. We can't help but be alone sometimes. We can't always be with people. So it's such a good time to appreciate who you are and what you do for yourself. The next thing I want to talk about is school. So I've got 10 habits to talk about to do with school and studying in general. My first habit for school is studying small amounts every day. After you come home from school, you're obviously going to be tired because you've already been through so much studying and learning that day, and your brain needs time to adjust. What I recommend is getting home, getting a snack, relaxing for 30 minutes, and then starting with something easy or something small. Something that will not overwhelm you to the point of disliking studying. Once I started studying only small amounts every day, it can be as small as 10 minutes, it made me appreciate the time I have to study and turned I have to study into I get to study. Handing in your homework / coursework on time. This is a big thing for students, especially. Being punctual with your homework and coursework is such an important part of student life and glowing up to do with school altogether. What I recommend is setting certain days that you do certain homeworks so that you don't feel overwhelmed with doing all of them at once the night before they're due. Making yourself look presentable for school. It means looking after yourself in general. So like I said before, washing your face in the morning or just correcting your uniform and making sure you wear it correctly if you have uniform. If not, it's taking time with your outfits and making sure you're not wearing pajamas to school every single day. It's okay on occasions because sometimes we're all a bit tired in the morning, but making yourself look presentable will make you feel more confident. Taking cute notes wherever possible. For me, I do not have the time in class to be taking cute notes all the time, so sometimes I just have to take my textbook home and copy it out so that my notes are actually cute for when I look back and want to study with them. I feel like this is the most efficient way to want to come back to studying, and this is one of the ways I got absolutely addicted to studying and being at my desk. This doesn't mean you have to buy a bunch of really expensive stationery and pencil cases and have a cute desk setup. It just means that you have to make your notes that you want to come back to. Next up is cleaning your study space. If you want to feel motivated to do studying, the harsh truth is that you have to have your study space being a designated and clean, distraction-free space where you can just sit down and work. Joining a club. Now this could be a study club at school, this could be a reading club at your local library. Anything like that will improve your confidence and self-esteem. There is nothing more satisfying than finding a passion in something that you didn't want to do to begin with. Surrounding yourself with people you enjoy being around and want to be more like. I cannot suggest this enough because this will change who you are as a person. People who are a positive influence on your outlook on life and the way you go about your day are so beneficial in finding more confidence in yourself and generally being a happier person that people are naturally attracted to and want to be around. Accessorizing your bag. My bag has a bunch of keychains and stuff on it because my uniform is so strict at school. Now, if your school is also strict on uniform and they don't let you wear excessive jewelry or wear your own clothes, accessorizing your bag is such a good way to express yourself and find joy in being your own character. Finding a signature scent. On a regular day, I suggest having a go-to perfume combo or just one signature perfume that you want to wear. Smelling good will make you a lot more enjoyable to be around. And for the last habit for your 2025 glow up, setting goals and using the manifestation mindset. For me, the manifestation mindset has changed my life. Halfway through 2024, I discovered the manifestation mindset, which is basically saying, I will achieve this by this time. The sentence in itself is so definitive that it makes you more driven to work towards what you want out of that goal. Hope you guys found this video useful, and I'm so sorry it's a bit late in January, but it's never too late to start becoming a better you. And if you're feeling more confident about the year ahead, make sure to drop me a pink heart emoji in the comments. That's all for today. So if you enjoy this style of content, make sure you leave a like and possibly subscribe to me if you want to see more content from me. Thank you so much for watching.